Does this, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. To be, the first completed club, won everything possible. You see them celebrating now and shows how much it means to them.
Had to do it the hard way today, though.
Yeah. We knew there was going to be a very good team. At the start, their fans were pushing them on. They're playing with a lot of desire, a lot of heart. But it was going to die off, and we just had to wait our moments, pick our moments, and that's what we done in the second half. Look,
you came on after an hour. The game really shifted in momentum in that second half. How did you do it? What was unlocked?
I think when you watch it from the bench, you can see where the spaces are and how you can help your team, and I just done that, When I came on for Benny, and I said to him before, I said, you was working so hard, and then when I came on, the gap's open. So he done that for me. He put the foundations in for me. But yeah, that's all I done.
Such a strong end to the season for Chelsea. You were really integral in nailing that Champions League position as well for next season. Just sum up what it's been like this last week.
Yeah, it's been amazing, to be fair. We've done everything we achieved to do. Winning the finals, amazing. Winning my first European competition with Chelsea. Hopefully many more to go, and getting Champions League for next season. I don't think you could end any better than that.
Certainly can't. Go and enjoy the celebrations. Thank you. Well done.
Real Betis by 4-1. They were 1-0 down at one point, but what a comeback it was. You may have noticed we've lost Joe Cole. That's because he's out there in amongst all of the Chelsea celebrations, and I believe he's now with Kieran Dewsbury-Hall.
All right, we're reuniting Chelsea friends. I shouldn't say reuniting because you two have never met, have you?
No.
There we go. Joe Kiernan, Kiernan Joe. Joe, you've been a big fan of Kiernan this competition, haven't you?
I've been a fan of him as well. Yeah, because when he come into the club, there's a lot of big names that come in, and Chelsea buy players, and you have to. It's difficult to go from there to there, and you have to take your chances. And he took his chances every time he played. And this competition's been brilliant, and it's great to see you tonight coming on, affecting the game. You and Jaden as well, fantastic.
Yeah, Kiernan, your response to that?
I really appreciate it. I said in the previous interviews, when you hear nice words from legends like that, it makes you motivated and determined to keep pushing. So, look, I'm happy I made an impact tonight and all over the tournament, but the fact we've just lifted that with all our friends and family is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, you're up there. I think you are up there, actually. He's the player that's played the most minutes for Chelsea throughout this whole competition. For you, what has that represented? What's that meant for you?
It's been great for me because it's been a source of games, and it's been tough getting a lot of minutes in the Premier League, but this has been a competition where I've played a lot, so it's allowed me to show people what I can do, and I've scored, assisted and played well, and this just tops it off.
You know Enzo Maresca probably better than most people within Chelsea because you've been with him previous. Trophy in his first season.
Fair play. I mean, if you'd have said that at the start of the season, I think he would have took it. So, look, he's a great manager. He's really helped a lot of the lads. You can see a lot of lads improving. Top 4 and a trophy. I mean, if you'd have said that at the start of the season, I think Chelsea fans would have took it.
Joe, Champions League next season as well for Chelsea?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, the team's developed, it's grown. There's been speed bumps in the road, and what I've been really impressed with is they haven't let it linger more than 2 or 3 games. It's very difficult. And tonight's like tonight. The fans are very demanding, because they're used to winning. And so now they've seen this team win, they have more belief. Players have more belief in the fans. They're so crucial, and I feel like there's a really good era coming.
Yeah, where do you want to kick on to next season now?
Just try and play as many games as possible and help impact the team. There's a lot more to come from me. Look, I'm the sort of player, when I start playing more games and games and games, you see the best out of me. So, look, getting taste of silverware and that, it just makes you more hungry, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds.
All right, well, we're going to say well done, go and celebrate, enjoy. Thanks, Kenneth.
They have to. It's now about repeating it, going to next competitions and striving for success.
Do you remember the celebrations? Do you remember them? Or it's a sort of brain fog.
Mate, we won the game, and I've walked off to the pitch, I've seen where my brother was, and I've just hugged him. We've cried together.
Yes.
Yeah. We cried together on the side of the pitch. Never thought that I would be a European champion. So, we were just there crying together. My kids came on, took my medal. I didn't see it again until I got home. Then that night, let's not speak about it, but there was a lot of alcohol inside it.
It's the end of a very long season, wasn't it? You deserved it, and I'm sure there might be similar type celebrations here this evening in Poland for Chelsea's players and fans. Let's have a look then at how this comeback started then, because we've touched on the substitutions that Enzo Maresca made in this second period. Reece James came off the bench at half-time. He was the first one that came on, and it took until 65 minutes before Chelsea were able to get that equaliser. Enzo Fernandez was the man to get it, but Cole Palmer was the player that created it.
Cole Palmer's a genius. I mean, what he done, he took the game, like Mickey said, he took the game by the scruff of the neck. Reece James coming on straight away, they looked more assured, and it was like a momentum was building. Chelsea were getting more and more into the game, more control in the midfield, and they overpowered Betis. You know, you have to credit them for the way they started the game. But listen, the ball's come in, Cole Palmer picks it up here, drives inside, he lends it. Eventually, look, that's a man. He's like playing in the street park, right? There's a lovely run by Jackson as it comes inside, opens up the space, and that is a beautiful ball. And it's a lovely header. Enzo does fantastic from a centre forward's point of view.
Oh, the ball was unbelievable.
You'd have loved that type of service, wouldn't you?
Like this nice little fine touch, picked his corner into the bottom corner. It was beautiful.
I said it before the game, you want to get your best players on the ball in the most dangerous areas. You know, and then it's down to them, can they pick a pass, can they find that detail, and if they can, who's on the end of it to be, you know, clinical enough to put in the back of the net. He made a few good runs in the first half, but just didn't get found, Enzo. And then you can see there, that's where Reece James comes into it, just hyping the team up. As soon as they scored, Joe, we said they're going to win it now.
Yeah.
As soon as they scored the equaliser, we said they're going to win.
Should your old pal Adrian have saved it? Am I being harsh? I saw that eye roll.
I feel we could have done that slightly better. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really want to say anything, but yes, I feel his reaction. But then again, I'm not a keeper, so I can't really truly say. But maybe it's literally gone just under his hand. Maybe could have parried it a bit better.
Yeah, so that was Chelsea back on level terms at 1-1. Let's see how they took the lead then, because it was Nicholas Jackson back from suspension today, that Premier League suspension, in the team, and again an assist from Cole Palmer.
He's taken a diabolical liberty here. This is what he's done here. He stood him up, he sized him up, he's had a look, he's had another look, and that is a genius at work. And then he's put it into the area. Jackson can't miss. You know, listen, it's a privilege to watch this kid play football. You know, and I'm not just saying Chelsea fans, I'm saying England fans as well. Look at that. If Lionel Messi performs something like this on a stage like this, the world stops. We've got a player with quality that can do things like that. And there should be teams built around him, Chelsea and England, in my opinion. He's an absolute genius.
He's put it on an absolute plate for him as well there. He can't miss it, can he? All he's got to do is just guide it towards goal. Yeah. If that comes in for you, you're seeing the headlines before that ball's even going in the net, haven't you?
I mean, 100%. Like one of those things where normally you want to try and head it and stuff like that, but it came so quick tonight, he's just literally touched it. Joe's smashed everything upstairs, threw his drink everywhere. Like, it was, look at me.
There was tea down the suit.
I know.
Is it stained?
Yeah. Well, it's all right. It's decent little number, this.
Oh, it just shows what it means, doesn't it? But just touching again on Cole Palmer, because that ability to keep your head, and you said it there, if this was a foreign player, we'd be building him right up, wouldn't we? But the ability to stay calm, buy time, and spot a player making the run is absolutely brilliant. But then for Jackson, again, the manager threw down the gauntlet. You owe your teammates, and he stepped up with that goal. Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, like you said, he said that you owe him for what you've done against Newcastle. And I said at the beginning of the season, he was scoring so many goals. The injury kind of messed him up, but then he's come back and he stepped up again. Like you said, his stats were 15 goals and 8 assists. Like, it's unbelievable. It's a quality run for someone in the Premier League. And he's come and he's done it in the highest stage in the final. So, like, I really rate him as a player. I think he's coming into himself. And I think for the next couple of years, he's going to be doing well.
And he himself, Nicholas Jackson, is still only 23. He's still relatively young in football terms as well.
He's a baby. He's a pup. Especially centre forwards now. You know, like centre forwards, they're like centre halves. There's a longer maturity time. You know, because it's a real specific, defined, skill, and they can come a little bit later. So that there can be improvement. He's improving all the time. You know, and what I would say about him, even when he wasn't at his best, Chelsea looked a better side with him in it. Because forget the goals and he missed chances, all forwards miss chances, but he makes things happen out of nothing, and he's developing, and I think he's got a manager that believes in, which is crucial. So the sky's the limit for him. Forget Drogba, Diego Costa, and players like, you don't compare him with them. He's got years before you can even look at him and say, is he that? Let the kid breathe, let him develop. you know, and someone coming in pushing him as well.
That's what I was going to say, Cole.
Yeah.
Do they go and get someone else that literally puts a bit of competition here and then drives them both to have the number one shot?
Well, that's it. You can't play for a club like this and not have that competition. It just doesn't happen. Now, not just Chelsea, it's Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid. You have to have competition. You have to be able to handle it, and he will. He will.
Well, you can see the figure of Enzo Maresca. He's making his way over here now. Fantastic achievement for him.
Congratulations.
Well done. Congratulations, Enzo. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very happy. Very happy. A little bit frustrated first half because I think we approached the game in the wrong way. Also, I expect a little bit because after 2 days, the happiness was too much after Nottingham because you know you go all season waiting, and then so we struggled a little bit first half, and then second half we were much better, and we are very happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
You know, you said that like the celebrations was too much. As a manager, what gives you the sense of that? You know, or was you sitting there thinking they're ready, or there's a little bit inside that you thought, well, maybe we might not start well? Was there a sense, or?
No. The message after Nottingham has been, guys, if we want to be an important team, what we have done is done.
Yeah.
Now we need to win the final. It's a final. This was the message, but then you know it's the happiness, a little bit tidiness. We had 48 hours less than them. They play Friday for nothing. We play Sunday for big target. So I expect a little bit, and then I think second half we were playing much better. We were more. The process was good, but also was to attacking behind. And first half we just tried to play without attacking behind.
I think that the team looks so together now. Two things we noticed. Obviously, you didn't start Reece, but before the game, we was watching him, and he was going up, and he was being a captain. He was talking, and he was leading.
Joe, I promise you, I will start always with Reece.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to protect him.
Yeah.
He played more games this season than the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And he's happy. He knows that. But he is top player for us.
Yeah.
For us, it's like Cole.
Yeah.
The problem is that we need to manage him.
Yeah.
And when we change him, he said to me, "Boss, don't worry, we're gonna win the game."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And also Mallow as well. You took him off at half time, and listen, he's a great player, but he wasn't having his best time. But after the game, he was with his team, you know. So that is you've got a great spirit now, right?
Mallow, I will tell you, is one of my preferred players. Mallow.
Yeah.
The problem is that in the first goal we concede was from his pass. He missed the pass. So they are young. They are still. They don't understand that if you mistake, doesn't matter. You have to continue. When we lost the ball and we concede, he was out of the game.
Yeah.
But he knows, he understands. But for me, Mallow is top player. He's good player.
Enzo, how important is this trophy for you personally? Not the club, not the players, for you, because this season you've had some critics, you know, the pressure as well, sometimes from their own fans. So for you, how proud are you to get this one?
No, I'm very proud. I'm very happy for many reasons. For sure, personally, I feel good, but also because I know that the fans, they deserve that. They are waiting already for 2-3 years for good moments, so they deserve that. The club is invest lots of money in the last 3-4 years, so they are also waiting for results. And also, hopefully this can be a starting point, and from tonight, from this season, building something important.
I know it might be a bit early to ask you, but what would be your ideal season next season?
The target for next season?
Yeah.
We're gonna try again.
Let him rest.
What a question.
I thought you was going to ask if he needed another number 9.
If you need another number 9.
We probably yes. You are too good. You are too old.
Yeah.
Anyway, we see now. It's you know now we enjoy a little bit 1 week, 10 days, and we start again. And then we see for next season.
Can I just ask you finally about the contribution of your other goal scorers, Cole Palmer, the assists, Jadon Sancho as well? Is Jadon Sancho somebody that you hope can be here next season, that you expect to be here next season?
No, I said yesterday in the press conference, from now on is when we're going to sit with the club and we're going to decide for next year. Jadon, if we finish 4th, it's also because Jadon. If we won tonight, it's also because Jadon. If we finish fourth, it's also because of Robert Sanchez. I think it's normal during the season to go a little bit up and down. It's part of the game.
Well, Enzo, enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've earned them. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done, Enzo.
Enzo Maresca. And I'm sure he will aim to complete a European trophy haul by winning all of those UEFA competitions. Well, we just heard from Enzo Maresca. He was brilliant, wasn't he? He was like really, really emotional. That's probably about as open as I've heard him for quite some time.
He's he likes to play. Some managers will come out here and it could be like, like a Harry Redknapp or Jose Mourinho. Some managers are very, he keeps his cards close to his chest. But listen, on a night like tonight, you just enjoy it, and Sid's right. It should mean a lot to him as well, because as a young manager, you become a player and you fight to win trophies and do the best you can, and then you start a new career as a manager, and you don't know if you're going to do it. You don't know what you've got. You believe in yourself, but it's ain't until the night start tonight when it gives you that conviction. You go, right, I could do it, and so it'll be buzzing.
I'm just looking all around the stadium right now, all around behind the camera, all behind the goal. The Chelsea fans are just littered around the stadium, and the players and the coaching staff are still there on the pitch, saluting them and just enjoying this moment all together.
I've lost the kids as well.
We're looking round because Joe's brought his boy on there. No doubt he's probably got the trophy at the minute.
He's on there somewhere. So
questions will be asked.
Let's hopefully.
He's lifting the trophy.
Parenting 101 with Joe Paul.
Don't tell me. I hope my wife's not watching this.
Oh, you can just see what it means to all of these fans then. Let's have a look then at how the game continued, because we got to 2-1 just before Enzo Maresca came to join us. But we spoke pre-match about one Manchester United loanee, Anthony. This is another one, Jadon Sancho, and he took this well. And another glimmer, isn't it, of just what Jadon Sancho is capable of.
Oh, 100%. You can always see the quality of him, and everyone's seen it from recent Dortmund days. But it's just a touch, quickly out of his feet and finish. It was so quick. Defender couldn't react, Adrian couldn't react. It was just too quick for everybody, and isn't a great finish.
Joe, what it was, I think you look at the substitutions that come on, all of them made an impact. They must have been watching that first half and gone, I want to get on that pitch. We weren't at it, we weren't at our standards, and he was one of them. He come on and tried to make things happen, tried to get past his defender, whether they get into the byline and crosses. But when they scored that, the subs ran on over to there to celebrate. They knew that it was wrapped up. It was a whirlwind, 20 minutes or so that got it done. And look, that's what it means to everyone.
Enzo Maresca was pretty tight-lipped, wasn't he, with regards to not giving too much away about Jadon Sancho's future. But I mean, for you, how do you sum up his time at Chelsea? Do you feel he's done enough to perhaps stay?
Yes, I do. I mean, listen, this is a kid that sort of, he's gone to Dortmund and he was a star. He was a superstar as a kid. He went to Dortmund, was a star. He's come to Manchester United and it wasn't working.
Who do you think he's speaking to right now? The agent?
Friends and
family, perhaps?
Friends and family, agent. The deal might change slightly. There might be a few. We don't know. Listen, I don't know, but listen, He's done it. He's come here and he's got his career back on track. Listen, and I still think there's more to come from him. I really do.
Yeah, definitely more. Definitely more. He's an exciting player. These are the types of players that people pay to come and watch. They get you off your seat. Especially when he's in tip-top form, when he's playing with confidence, when he's taking people on, scoring outrageous goals. He's a great talent, but for sure there is definitely more to come.
You can see some of the feedback and some of the comments on social media there about Sancho. I mean, also taking into account, Mikel, maybe being here with Maresca for pre-season, sort of how important is that? Now he knows the way he plays, and then kicking on. We've seen it from a number of players this season for Chelsea, kicking on as second season. So how important is that for him to perhaps get a summer with the coaching staff as well?
No, I think they should sign him, to be fair, in my eyes. I feel he's an important factor to the squad. Like, he's always been in this parts of the season that he's been a catalyst for the team. So, I honestly believe that next season, obviously, I don't feel like they need to sign any more wingers because they've got enough wingers. I feel like maybe sign another 9 to compete with Jackson. So I feel like it'd be a good signing, another factor for them to keep pushing and keep striving in the seasons that's coming.
Yeah, well, it was a top-class goal from Jadon Sancho, and like I say, just another example of what he is capable of producing. Well, putting the cherry on top of the cake, really, wasn't it? It was Caicedo. You called him the best midfielder in the Premier League before the game, and he popped up with the 4th goal.
No, I called him the best midfielder in the Premier League between the boxes. I still think this kid would have become even better. I think he will become one of the best holding midfielders in the world if he's not already. Him alongside Lavia coming in, look at him, as cool as a cucumber. Listen, he could have played in them. He had his slippers on. He was flying. Do you know what I mean? He took his goal well. You know, and he's not there to score goals, but he can. You know, he breaks through. This is what he does better than anyone, I think. He drives forward, he picks the right pass. He just continues his run, Sid, doesn't he? You know, and as it comes back to him here, he's got the technique, lovely touch, and just picks out a corner.
He can definitely add that to his game. You know, I followed him closely since he been at Brighton. You know, a great player and a great servant that he was there. And he's gone to the next level now. We spoke about him before the game. Found it tough his first season, but now he's found his feet. He's set standards. He's setting bars. He's demanding from players around him. And, you know, again, he's your go-to man. Every team has got your go-to man, especially through the spine of the team. And he is #1 on the team sheet week in, week out.
For how his season's been this year, it's like a cherry on top. Like, obviously, he's been player of the season, player of the season. To finish it off with the 4th goal, the winning goal at the conference final, it's just written in the stars for him, isn't it?
I've managed to get them all back in a row, though, so we've got them for the next couple of minutes, at least, before they go and join the party. For every winner, there is a loser, though. Let's get some reaction from Real Betis, because their goalkeeper, Adrian, is with Becky.
Adrian, it was such a strong start out there for Betis tonight. What was sort of the turning point, do you think?
I think we lost the composure of the team when we conceded the first one, and we conceded the second one after just 5 minutes. And then the team was feeling the intensity of Chelsea. I think the mentality they changed as well when they scored the first one, and we lost a bit our shape. We broke the team a bit, and we started just attacking, defend, and we knew Chelsea is so powerful in those circumstances. And then obviously we conceded another 2 goals. It's a hard night for us as a Betis fan as well, for me, for myself, and being the other side really proud of the club or the fans, because obviously the first half was a wonderful first half for us. The fans scored the first goal really because we feel it on the pitch as well, but it is not just first half. And at the end of the day, Chelsea scored 4 goals. We have our chances as well to score the second one. We didn't, and they just deserved the win. And we have to learn from this kind of game, as those final, just one of us can be the winner, and Chelsea was today.
A really interesting line that, wasn't it, Adrian, there, saying that the fans really scored the first goal. Such was the atmosphere in here that the Betis fans were brilliant, got their team right up for this. And Mikel, you said it before the game, come out fast, come out hard and impose yourselves, and that's exactly what Betis did.
Oh, 100%. They were out there, the way they were pressing Chelsea, weren't giving them much time on the ball. Before the goal happened, they made a couple of mistakes beforehand, gave Chelsea the warning that you keep doing this, something's going to happen, and it's what happened. Gusto lost the ball, they pressed, nice little counter-attack, goal. Then they had a second opportunity, which, if that probably went in, could probably have changed the game.
It's a lovely ball from Isco, like that.
Oh.
But we've seen some quality passes tonight, and that's as good.
It was tremendous.
Yeah, tremendous.
It was tremendous.
Yeah, and he was, absolutely tremendous. Isco, top class. And listen, from the start, they were the better side for the first 15-20 minutes, and Chelsea were shell-shocked.
We see pre-match, didn't we? They watched the Nottingham Forest game, didn't they? They was all together. They watched Chelsea play Nottingham Forest. They would have worked. Joe said it, you said it, didn't you, in the analysis. They would have seen that, highlighted where the weakness was, where the space was, and then when you got someone like Isco that's got the class that can find the pass quickly, then you're always going to get a chance.
If Chelsea didn't win this game today, I reckon Isco would have been man of the match.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
He was untouchable.
He looked in the mood, didn't he?
Yeah. Like the way he was playing, the little passes outside the foot, he just seemed so calm. He was controlling so much of the game until Chelsea basically took over in the second half. But before that, he was untouchable, and he was tremendous.
I mean, we highlighted him, didn't we, pre-match as being one of the players that could hurt Chelsea because of his pedigree, because of his experience. And I mean, you don't just win multiple Champions League trophies if you don't have something about you. This guy is unbelievable.
This kid played at that great Real Madrid side that won like, loads of, and he wasn't one of the main players. But tonight he stepped onto the pitch, and he like that. That's world-class midfielder. Like only Toni Kroos and Modric kept this kid out of the team for Real Madrid. He's that good. Brilliant. He's a senior player now. He's done it all, and he led his team tonight admirably. And the lads are right. If Chelsea didn't win the game, that's your man of the match there. He dominated for about 40-50 minutes of the game.
I've got to say, Cardoso and Fornals
as well
with him in that midfield was superb. Absolutely nullified Chelsea in the first half, which allowed Isco then to produce little bits of magic, because he knows he's got them as a safety blanket behind that can produce him to get in these little pockets here, time and space. Look at that. The top players in world football, it all slows down. The final moments, the detail, they see it through a different lens, and that's what he does.
It's an absolute joy to watch. He's just been recalled to the Spain squad as well, which shows you at 33.
Yeah,
absolutely sensational, that level of talent and that level of class. Let's have a look at perhaps one of the moments that the Real Betis fans might be talking about after this game. Perhaps the chance that got away because Cardoso had an opportunity to put his side 2-0 up, which may have changed the complex of the outcome. We don't know, but it was a really good opportunity. And once again, down that Chelsea right-hand side. Yeah,
again, like a bit sloppy defending. They weren't on it, was they? You have to credit, first of all, Gusto goes with the wrong foot. This chop, Badashili does well here, Sid Stoney. He gets in, he gets his body in. If that was his best moment of the game, that saved Chelsea. It's a crucial moment, a game-changing moment.
Yeah, that's where the momentum kind of swung, because they was in the ascendancy, wasn't they, there? And if they would have put that away, it would have been a tough one to come back to for Chelsea. But you still always felt that, I don't know what the stat is, but I think they conceded in the last 10, 11 games, Real Betis. So, you always felt when Chelsea got one, then they would get back in the game.
To be fair, you did call it. He said they've not kept the clean sheet, so we're definitely going to get back in it. And obviously,
yes, he's got his Chelsea side on now.
Where's that Betis top that you had earlier on? Right, quickly, let's just touch on Chelsea then for next season. You asked the question there to Maresca. What do you think season 2 looks like under Enzo Maresca?
I think next season has to just look at improvement. So if they finish fourth this year, points tally 15 points off the league champions Liverpool, that gap needs to be smaller, and obviously the Champions League is the Champions League, another trophy yet, but the crucial thing is that 15 points needs to be less than 15 points, and if that is the case next year, listen, we can all dream of a title challenge. It may happen, we don't know, but that is where a win would be for Chelsea. Keep moving, keep improving.
Do you think that he'll keep the youthfulness amongst the squad, or do you think he'll try and add some experience? Do you think that this is his blueprint?
This is it. This is the model. This is the Chelsea model. They've gone out and they've bought all the best young talent, not just in Europe, in world football. The scouting network. They've gone, right, who can we have here for a long time that's going to produce the magic? This man did.
He certainly did, yeah, he certainly did. He was absolutely brilliant. And, well, it was actually, I don't know if I can say this while Nicholas is standing behind us, but Enzo did, Mikel asked Enzo about potentially another number 9. As competition, he said that you're too old, Mikel, so it can't be you. But if not, Nicholas, well done. Oh, there we go, thank you. What a gentleman.
Enjoy. What a gentleman.
If it's not going to be you, who would you bring in for competition for Nicholas Jackson?
Ooh. So, everyone's going to say Isak. If not Isak, I would go Delap.
Heavily linked today. Yeah. Heavily linked today on Twitter as being an advanced talk.
Fits the bill, doesn't he? He's young, he's hungry, he's someone that the coach here can develop, And he kind of reminds me of like a young Alan Shearer when he was at Southampton that went to Blackburn. Just robust. He's an out-and-out number 9, knows where the goal is, can score a goal.
You think of the chances that could get given.
I think that's a good.
He's
big,
he
fits the bill.
He's strong. He knows where the goal is. Like, he is an old school number 9. And I feel like the amount of goals he got for Ipswich, if he was at a bigger club, he'll get probably double it.
I'll actually be stunned if he isn't at Chelsea. I really would. I think that's a good shout, that Liam Delap.